I'll call the
We
meeting,
adjourned it already.
regular November meeting of the Southampton Village Planning Board to order. If I could get a motion to open the meeting.
I'll make a motion to open the meeting.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Welcome, everybody. Mr. Flanagan, if you could shut off your cell phone, we'd be happy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I better do that too. Huh?
This- So today, on the agenda, we have everything that's good we're going to talk about in December. Actually, tennis court. Meadow Court LLC approved pending written decision. Mr. Robinson.
In the file is a decision, a resolution approving the court as amended. An affirmative vote on the motion would be to approve the court.
Just need this
That might be the one that doesn't say copy on it, so that might be the
Yeah, I
right
don't
one.
think
Everybody have a copy of that?
Yeah.
there is an
Okay,
original instrument.
I've got the original.
It could be that one.
Are there any questions from the members of the board?
Nope.
Shall we vote on this?
Yes.
I will make a motion to approve the resolution in the matter of Meadow Court LLC for the approval of a tennis court.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. In the public hearings, the first item of Pelosi Auto and Roller has been adjourned to the December meeting, and the second item, Susan Lillywhite, 68 Jobs Lane, has been adjourned to the December meeting. Moving on to the subdivision.
Roy, with regard to that, there was a question that Kathy and I had with regard to the status of a public hearing on this. Internet, do you show anything on that,
Of which one, Pelosi?
Lily White?
Of either one?
Would you just check it? We thought there might have been a public meeting scheduled, or public hearing scheduled for, an official public hearing scheduled for tonight
For which case?
for Lily White,
Uh-huh.
in which case that would be adjourned to the December meeting, but the applicant should be made aware of that so they can do the proper notifications and post them.
Where's the file? Here it is.
Jacket say anything, Pam?
No, nothing about,
I think we adjourned
just
it
to
to the
adjourn
meeting
it
in
till
the work session.
December.
I must have made a mistake in my notes then.
It says adjourn till December meeting, and
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
nothing
My
about a
mistake.
public meeting.
'Cause I don't think we really have enough information
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
get that
know.
for you.
Right, okay, thank you.
Right, so then,
Missing on October 7th, and then on
all right, so then it's a motion then to adjourn the Lily White application, to grant the request of the applicant and the Lily White application to adjourn the matter for all purposes until the December regular meeting.
So moved?
All in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
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 Right. OIA Associates, we were going to reach out to Mr. Bennett.
I did speak to Mr. Bennett this week, and he's going forward with the application, and he feels strongly about the park fee, and he's pursuing that, that question about how to settle how much the park fee should be. So,
Does he really think he's going to talk to us in December, or is he just bumping it month by month? I mean, that's just, I just want to get some sort of, figure it out by a certain date, or
Yeah,
else we've got
yeah.
to start over again.
yeah. I didn't press him.
Mhm.
All right, I'll have a conversation with him and get something reduced to writing.
So he's requested an adjournment until December. I don't think the issue has been adjourned yet.
I don't either.
No, it hasn't yet.
So we need to make a vote on that.
I'll make a motion at the request of the applicant to adjourn for all purposes the matter of OAI Associates until the regular December meeting.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Second item on subdivision review is Cheryl and F.H. Wyman. We have a decision.
In the file is a written decision approving the re-subdivision line, subject to health department approval and the filing of the map. And I'd also like to note to the board that, just for the record, that there is a provision discussing the fairly standard procedure of this board in certain circumstances where there would ordinarily be a type 1 action due to its inclusion or proximity to the historic district. This was discussed by the board, and you in the past have waived that provision based upon the fact that there were no changes or impacts to the historic district, and that was also provided in this decision. So an affirmative vote on the motion would be to approve the application.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution approving the re-subdivision of the matter of Stephen Cheryl FHW Limited Partnership and Fredwood Wyman II for re-subdivision of the subject properties.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That motion passes.
Discussion has that winds up with a negative declaration.
Yes.
Then I go to the health department. Thank you.
Moving on to site plan review.
And I have approved the covenants for the Chabad. Attending reply from Bragman's office concurring with that, and a time schedule for the filing with the recording with the county clerk. I ask you just to adjourn it for all purposes to the January meeting. That way we will not have to keep it open pending the filing or the pending of the recording of the covenant.
Okay, I will make a motion at the request of the applicant to adjourn for all purposes of the Chabad of Southampton to the regular December meeting.
Regular meeting.
I'll second it.
I thought you said January.
I thought you said
January or December?
December.
December.
But we shouldn't be, we don't need to keep it active beyond that, hopefully.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 550 and 554 Hill Street. At the work session, the applicant presented their Phase 1 environmental site assessment, which we haven't had time to review, and I think that's been proposed to be adjourned till December.
I think we actually had an adjourned, it was adjourned at the work session.
Yes, it was.
So you don't need to do it.
Was, right.
So that, we don't need to vote on this evening, because it's already been adjourned. Beechwood Benedict, do we have a?
There is a resolution drafted in the file approving the amendment on buildings 3 and 4 to reduce the number of units from 22 to 14. All other provisions and approvals unchanged. An affirmative vote on the motion would be to approve the amendment.
I have one.
I will make a motion to approve the resolution in the matter of Beechwood Benedict to amend a previous site plan approval.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That motion passes.
Because they already got it done.
And the last item is Gem Powell LLC, 161 Powell Avenue.
Yeah, this came about, I got a call from John Roscoe several months ago, this was during the summer, and apparently because of some work that was done to Powell Avenue, that there was a curbing requirement in the site plan approval, which the highway department now feels is unnecessary. In fact, that curbing were installed, that there's a need for additional drainage, which we understand is not necessary. And I submitted today a copy of a memo that Kathy gave to John Foster and to Gary Gillespie and to both indicating that. So the request is to waive that part of the site plan approval that would have required a curbing, which was an off-site improvement. It's pretty simple.
Any questions about that? My feeling was that if Gary Gillespie had weighed in and said, you know, really you should be curbing here, the planning board would have opted to go along with that at that time. And since that area of Powell doesn't flood, it is Powell Avenue, right? The north side doesn't flood, it was more the south side, and they were installing drainage basins on the south side and repaving that area. There was some urgency to get that done, and so I think this makes sense to reopen it. But as far as a site plan amendment and supplement amendment to the bond, the performance bond, we need to have some kind of a formal decision. The question is to whether we need to have the drawings updated to show that detail area, how they're gonna deal with, they're creating the apron to the entrance. How are they gonna deal with that one area? You know, it's kind of no man's land now, once the curb goes away. So it may be that, you know, having a detail of that area, instead of, you know, not having to do the full sheet all over again, but having a detail.
Of the entrance. You're
Yeah,
talking-
yeah, and then show the curbing removed and how that's actually gonna work there.
Okay,
If that makes sense.
sure.
And then we can recalculate the improvements and then make up for any difference as far as the performance bond.
Okay.
There's still the sidewalk on village property, so there still will be a performance bond.
Yeah, no
Just don't know how much
question.
it will change.
No question. I'll take care of that with Squires. That's a good idea.
So the plan showed additional drainage, and now, oh, it did,
No.
but we're gonna take out the curb cut?
We're keeping the curb cut, it's just the new curbing along Powell Avenue
Oh,
there.
okay.
It kind of just drains naturally on the side of the road, there's not a real, and I
Okay.
guess there's more of a slant towards the south side of the road, so,
Okay.
where they have some puddling issues, and they put in some new drainage basins there.
Toward the southeast
South
corner,
side.
right near the intersection with
Yeah.
David White's Lane, they put some drainage in there.
Okay, so we'll adjourn this until
I'll get you
the
the
next
detail,
meeting?
I'll show the curbing removed and how we're gonna handle
How
the
you handle
access.
it, yep,
Sure.
yep.
Will do. Thank you.
So we should adjourn that for all purposes. I'll make a motion at the request of the applicant to adjourn for all purposes until the December meeting, Jim Powell LLC.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That concludes the items on the agenda. Does anybody have any further business to add? No? So we have minute approval.
I haven't read them yet.
You'll have to postpone those till the work session at our next meeting. So the next meeting will be November 25th, 2013 at 5:30. That will be a work session, which is what, the Monday before Thanksgiving?
Mhm.
Great.
And December.
So sorry to take so much of everybody's time.
It's so late, I don't know what I'll do with myself.
I have a motion to close the meeting.
I'll make the motion that we close today's meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.